Are you with us? Move
Hello
us.
po, Kuya Ira po can speak.
Hello,
Go,
magandang
Ira.
magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, to the chair and the members of the House Committee on Transportation, ibang honorable members po ng House of Representatives, mga representative po ng Department of Transportation and other national government agencies at members of the media. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ang representative ng Mubaswan Coalition. Ako po ay from Out Mobility PH. We are a group of transport practitioners that have been advocating for better mobility throughout the country. Noong 18th Congress po, nakipag-collaborate kami sa iba't ibang members ng Congress sa pag-file ng Commuter Bill of Rights. At gusto namin pasalamatan ng mga members ng Congress ngayong Congress ito sa mga nag-refile ng Commuter Bill of Rights. Kami po ay miyembro ng Mubaswan Coalition. We want to take this opportunity to stress that mobility is very important in the life of cities. And Metro Manila has been suffering from poor mobility for several years now. Marami pong rason yan, but chief of which is the over-prioritization of infrastructure and policies that favor private car use. In fact, in a study po, pinapakita that ang private cars ay 12% lamang po ng households sa buong Metro Manila. So any discussion that looks into the mobility needs of the majority of commuters is a very much welcome development. We need to present various modes of transportation to commuters and to reduce private car dependency. So it's very critical to promote more efficient modes of transportation, such as walking, biking, and in the case of today's hearing, motorcycles. While the government is investing in rail, which may take 5 to 8 years pa po, this needs to be balanced with the urgency to meet the needs of the commuting public today. So I'd like to take this opportunity as well to call on the government to give us much focus on road-based transportation. Lastly, we'd like to stress that transportation is a public service. Now going into the proposed legislation po, we've noted that one of the objectives of this proposed legislation is to ensure the safety of motorcycle commuters. And a very important component to improve safety is the implementation po of proper infrastructure for motorcycles. Motorcycle lanes that is separate from bike lanes. Alongside po dyan yung proper enforcement to protect the welfare of vulnerable road users. The proposed legislation din po also states that one of its objectives is to address the insufficient supply of public transportation. So we'd also like to ask that it consider how it can transition operators of traditional habal-habal, how to help them meet the minimum requirements to qualify under this system. We also wish to we would also like to ask the committee to include provisions that look at the welfare of the motorcycle for hires, such as benefits, protection, etc. Nabanggit po ito kamakailan lamang dito sa hearing na ito. While we understand that there is no employer-employee relationship between TNCs and motorcycle for hires, we feel very strongly that this should not hamper the government from making sure that their welfare is properly taken into consideration. We also wish to ask the committee to consider introducing a simple registration process that can be designed in consultation with motorcycle for hire operators, including traditional habal-habal. This also includes the capacity of LGUs in determining the supply needed with respect to the completion of their respective LPTRPs. We also hope for a seamless sharing and access to data from TNCs to assist the government in understanding the behavior of the various players in this industry and to allow the government to dynamically adjust policy. In fact, the creation of a National Transport Data and Planning Center is included as one of the provisions of our proposed Commuter Bill of Rights. Yun po yung aming initial comments. Lastly, Out Mobility, together with the rest of the Mubaswan Coalition, continue to offer our assistance in introducing any other piece of legislation that promote the welfare of majority of commuters. And we are open to attend any other hearings and assist in any technical working groups to that end. Maraming salamat po.
Do you have your position paper about the bill?
Sir, we will submit it po by Wednesday, December 14.
Wednesday?
Wednesday po, December 14, sir.
Thank you. The chair
Thank you
would
very much, sir.
the presence of the one of our vice chairperson, the Honorable Gus Tambunting, chairman of the Committee on Franchises, Legislative Franchises, and representing the second district of the city of Parañaque. Now we're going
Chair.
to good afternoon, Beth. We now go to the last resource person, the representative of Commute Philippines. Are you still with us?
Good afternoon po. Good noon po sa lahat. Ako po si Toix. I'm the spokesperson of Commute. And I just want to express our support po for for these bills, no, legalizing motorcycle taxi. Matagal na po naming pinupush ito, ina-advocate din para sa ating mga commuters, para may karagdagang mobility option po ang ating commuters. And we are very supportive dito sa effort na to. We hope to submit our position paper by Friday po to suggest to recommend some additional provisions for commuter welfare po. Thank you po. Maraming salamat po. Afternoon.
Thank you. Did the chair miss anybody from our resource person?